Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out, or give them a call, 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Winter in the Midwest can definitely be unpredictable. Whether it's a frozen or broken water pipe, fire emergency, or a surprise mold, ServPro of Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and Grinnell Pella has you covered with trained professionals ready 24/7, 365 days a year to make your emergency like it never even happened. Visit servpro.com, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, or call us at 641-682-0782. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more, plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hello, and welcome in. It is a cold start to our day here in southeast Iowa. Welcome in. It's the morning wake up. It's brought to us by Brothers Market, and we're broadcasting from the Oski Dental Studios. 13 below zero to start off our day. Again, this is at 7:04 a.m. on your Tuesday. Maybe you're joining us in podcast form after the fact. It's cold today. It's just stupid. We do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. Savings are made simple. You can shop brothersmarket.com. You can go to the Brothers Market app, digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals. It's a smart way to shop. Brothers Market in Sigourney, our headline sponsor on the Morning Wake Up. And we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Toothy says you can schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan at 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider, and they're located at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. Oski Dental sponsoring our studios. Brothers Market bringing us our morning wake up. Yeah, I suppose we should take a look at that forecast. I mean, you already know what it says. It says it's cold. Our forecast sponsored by the Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney. Give Cindy a call at 641-622-3191. Extreme cold warning for today until noon. And it's still going to be cold at noon, so, I mean, don't let that fool you. Sunny today, cold, and a high around 9 Wind chill values about 30 below. West winds becoming south winds today, gusting up to about 20 miles per hour at times. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous out. Dangerously cold, in fact. Extreme cold warning until noon. Slight chance of some snow late tonight into tomorrow morning. Otherwise, temps thankfully going to start rising tomorrow morning and overnight. Will be up to about 15 degrees by the morning hours tomorrow. Wednesday, a 50% chance of some snow, mainly afternoon, less than half an inch. Otherwise, cloudy tomorrow and a warmer high around 30. Thank you. Wednesday night, a 40% chance of some snow before midnight, a low of 11. And then Thursday, sunny and a high of 20. So, although warming up, at least we're going to be above zero. But I tell you what, this morning, right now, for quite a while yet, it's going to be cold, really cold, extreme cold warning. In fact, let's give you the details on that. That goes till noon today. Dangerously cold wind chills as low as 25 to 35 below. Dangerously cold wind chills, let's see here, could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 10 minutes. Frostbite and hypothermia will occur if unprotected skin is exposed to these temperatures. So if you're going outside, you need to bundle up. Be smart about this. You're advised by the National Weather Service to dress in layers, including a hat, face mask, and gloves if you must go outside. Keep your pets indoors if you can. I mean, if it's possible at all, bring your cats and dogs and outside animals inside. Try to keep them warm. Do your best there. Check in on your older family members, friends, and neighbors. Ensure portable heaters are used correctly. And don't use generators or grills inside. I know some people are desperate to keep warm, but man, just be smart about it. And try to stay warm. Try to stay inside. Try to dress in layers. Keep your animals safe. It's just dangerously cold out right now. Again, an extreme cold warning till noon today. Our weather sponsored by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Let's look at some other things. Our This or That goes up each weekday at 6 a.m. It's sponsored by Stacy Flynn at Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. This today is music. That is podcast. Basically, they're asking you, what do you listen to on your device? Is it music or is it podcasts? I am definitely both. You know what? Obviously, you can listen to this show in podcast form later on if you want to. But I listen to podcasts quite a bit when I'm traveling in my car. But I also listen to music. So I don't. Yeah, that's a tough choice. If I had to choose one, I don't know. Music, I guess. But I do like listening to podcasts. That's a tough one. Make your comments. That post went up at 6 a.m. this morning. Our question of the day, sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa in Sigourney. Valentine's Day is not too far away. We're just a few weeks away. What's the best gift for Valentine's Day? And this could be for guys or girls. Ladies, I'm assuming the ladies usually get the gifts for the most part on Valentine's Day. What is the best gift for Valentine's Day? Obviously, you think of roses. You think of the box of chocolates. You think of different things. I don't know. Lovey-dovey things. What's the best gift for Valentine's Day? That'll go up at noon. And answers would be appreciated. It will be interesting to see what people have to say about that. Maybe some ladies just want a hug, a free hug on Valentine's Day. I don't know. Let's take a look at our tournament. For the Fun of It tournament, Top Country Star of 2024. It's sponsored by our friends at Savage Energy. Savage Energy. They just got some signage up. They got their stuff put in the windows for Savage Energy. Looks really nice. They're opening soon at 108 East Washington in Sigourney, and they're at the former Wanderlust location. So we're going to crown the top star of country music for this past year. Morgan Wallen versus Kane Brown is our current matchup. Thumbs up for Morgan, heart for Kane. And you can get your votes in. Find this post. It went up at 6 a.m. last evening. Votes go till 6 p.m. this evening. Last I checked, Morgan Wallen had the lead. So vote for Morgan or Kane on this particular matchup. Let's take a look at our overall brackets. You know, we're going to be wrapping up the first round here shortly. So far, Cody, Chris, Post, Laney, Luke, Old Dominion. Moving on to the second round, we've got Morgan and Kane right now battling it out, and then our last first round matchup will go up at 6 p.m. this evening. Keith Urban versus Zach Bryan. Kind of, a changing of the guards there. You have the older artist in Keith Urban against the new guy, Zach Bryan. So, yeah, we'll see how these last couple of first-round matchups pan out, and then we'll jump into the second round. Again, right now, it's Morgan Wallen, Kane Brown, Savage Energy sponsoring our For the Fun of It tournament. Basketball schedule for today. I think this is still happening. I don't think this morning's weather is going to affect the basketball tonight. But on the schedule for tonight, we've got North Mahaska taking on BGM. That'll be tonight. We'll go live shortly before 6. Josh Clubb with the call of the game. I'll be hanging out, running the camera, keeping the score updated, doing advertising things. So North Mahaska BGM tonight. We've got Sigourney at Waco Thursday night, North Mahaska at Montezuma on Friday night. So basketball action. Our community calendar is next. It's sponsored by Enchanted Events. Great place to host your wedding, your graduations, your reunions, whatever you got coming up this year. You can do it at Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney off of Highway 149. And on the calendar, do want to tell you that the English Valleys High School having their school carnival. That is for Friday, February 28th, sponsored by PACE, the EV After Prom Committee. And if you want to help out with that, run a booth for that. That is Friday, February 28th, the school carnival at English Valleys. Also on the calendar, do keep in mind, coming up this summer, it's a ways off, but we want to get you excited for the Expo concert at the Expo in Sigourney, Faster Horses, with opening act Neva Alden. That'll be on Friday, July 18th at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. And then what else do we have? Oh, we'll pump up the bingo. Pump up the bingo. Pump it up. Bingo at the Keokuk County Expo on January 22nd. That is coming up on Wednesday, tomorrow night. So keep that on your calendar for tomorrow night. That's your community calendar sponsored by Enchanted Events. On the way this week here on Steve Shuttler Media, we've got this fella. He's raising a drink to you. Danny Whitson going to be coming to Sigourney at Barn Wired this Friday from 11:30 to noon. He is going to do an interview and some original music this Friday, 11:30 to noon with Danny Whitson. Be there in person, watch it online, listen to the podcast afterwards. However you want to take it in. We've got a variety of ways to do that. Danny Whitson, our Iowa Music Showcase, coming up this Friday. And then Saturday morning, we've got the sports section, again, live at Barn Wired. And again, it's something you can watch in person at Barn Wired. You can watch it live online, or you can listen to it in podcast form afterwards. It's the sports section, talking to area coaches and athletes. We've got the Montezuma girls basketball team. We've got the English Valleys girls basketball team. And doing my best to line up a third guest for a third segment on the sports section. So tune in Saturdays for the sports section. Let's go ahead and do our birthdays. Happy birthday to you. All right, birthdays for today. Got some hometown birthdays with Ryan Grimm. We've got Lisa Conrad with a birthday, Ed Zimmerman, and Owen Brubaker, all with area birthdays today. So happy birthday to you folks. Celebrity birthdays for today, Jack Nicklaus, the legendary golfer, turning 85 years old. Opera, Placido Domingo. Placido Domingo. Turning 84 years old. He's from the world of opera. case you couldn't tell. Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen. Billy Ocean, man, that song was huge when I was in like middle school. 75 years old. Billy Ocean. Gina Davis, the actress, 69 years old. And then, two basketball birthdays today. Akeem the Dream, the African Dream, Olajuwon. One of the, I think they called him the Twin Towers back in the day. It was him and Ralph Sampson for the Houston Rockets, if I remember right. For the longest time, he was just Akeem. And then he switched it to Hakeem. He added an H. Hakeem Olajuwon, 62. And then Detlef Schrempf. What a name. What a name. I think he played for the Indiana Pacers for at least part of his career. Detlef Schrempf, 62 years old. Sounds like something you would order from a fancy restaurant. Ooh, I'll take the Detlef Schrempf, please. Those are your birthdays. It's brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Good morning to you and ye and ye. It's Tuesday, January 21st. It's stinking cold outside. Minus 13. Just ridiculous. Again, the cold extreme, what's the wording? The extreme cold warning in effect until noon today, so definitely keep that in mind. On this date in history, let's see here, what happened on this date? 1908, check this out. 1908, New York City, on this date, enacted an ordinance that made smoking in public by women punishable by a fine of anywhere from $5 to $25, and they could also go to jail for up to 10 days. Women smoking in public. That was 1908. It was on this date, 1977, President Jimmy Carter pardoned all Vietnam War draft dodgers. Okay, the political games with Joe Biden. Joe Biden pardoning all his people, and then President Trump coming in yesterday pardoning all his people. The pardoning stuff is just out of control. And then on this date in 1998, former White House intern Monica Lewinsky admitted on tape that she had, you guys know what Monica Lewinsky did. Let's just say that Hillary may have been the first lady, but she wasn't the last. Thank you. Today, on the National Day calendar, it's National Granola Bar Day. It's Squirrel Appreciation Day. So, I mean, if you see a squirrel outside today on this cold day, appreciate it. Warm that squirrel with your appreciation. Give it a virtual hug. And then, speaking of which, it's National Hugging Day. I didn't do that on purpose. So you can celebrate National Hugging Day and Squirrel Appreciation Day by hugging the squirrel that you're appreciating. All right, before we go any further with this ridiculousness, let's take a look and hear from our sponsors like Brothers Market. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Iowa Pizzeria and Pasta 2 is a dry red blend from Tassel Ridge Winery that offers cherry and berry notes on the palate with toasted caramel on the finish. Iowa Pizzeria and Pasta 2 is the perfect companion for pizza or pasta made with a rich red sauce. It's made entirely from grapes grown in our Mahaska County vineyards. Iowa Pizzeria and Pasta 2 is available at many of our retailers.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Hey, we thank all of our sponsors for making things possible on Steve Shetler Media, like Brothers Market in Sigourney, our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. Oski Dental sponsoring our studios. And yeah, we are back at it. It is 7:22 if you're watching this live video this morning. 13 below zero. It is extremely cold and dangerous if you go outside. Make sure you bundle up and stay warm. Keep your animals warm. Keep a check on your neighbors and your elderly family members too, just to keep everybody safe during this cold winter day here in Southeast Iowa. Let's do some things you need to know. Whoa. Whoa. Some things you need to know. By the way, I see the comments going on Facebook. What I was talking about with Akeem Olajuwon was when he was in professional basketball, NBA. Him and Ralph Sampson teamed up with Houston, the Houston Rockets. So that's what I was talking about, if you're discussing that in the comments. Things you need to know. Joel McHale is joining the Scream franchise for Scream 7. Both Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell will be back as well. It'll be hitting theaters February 27th of next year. So Joel McHale now on board with that. Hey, if you think egg prices are bad, they're just going to get worse. Experts saying we could see another increase of 20% in egg prices before the end of the year. That's crazy. How about Baltimore Ravens tight end Mark Andrews felt it was worth getting fined rather than facing the media after he dropped that touchdown pass at the end of Sunday night's game. So yeah, he didn't talk to the media afterwards. See here, a gold medal that was awarded at the first Olympics hosted on U.S. soil back in 1904 in St. Louis. It sold at an auction over the weekend for over $500,000. So somebody made some big bucks. In Iran, a 37-year-old singer known as Tattoo has been sentenced to death. Why? What dastardly thing did he do to get sentenced to death in Iran? He was found guilty of insulting the Prophet Muhammad. So you can't insult the Prophet Muhammad, otherwise you're getting sentenced to death. 37-year-old singer Tattoo in Iran. Let's see here. Vivek Ramaswamy was supposed to be part of the new government Department of Government Efficiency along with Elon Musk. But now Vivek Ramaswamy announced that he is passing on that, going to be launching a run for governor of Ohio. So Vivek Ramaswamy. See here, rich people. As the wealth of the world's richest people accelerates at a faster pace than predicted, experts say that they expect to see at least 5 trillionaires within the next decade. So maybe Steve Shetler Media is just really going to take off in the next decade, and Maybe I'll be on that list. Maybe not. Maybe. I'll be a thousandaire. Yeah, trillionaires. So, yeah, today is actually 9 years ago that Glenn Fry of the Eagles passed away at the age of 67. Kind of a sad day. If you like hunting wild turkeys, Texas is the state to go to. They have the most wild turkeys running around with about 510,000. I don't know who went out and counted the wild turkeys in Texas. 1, 2, 3. 510,000 wild turkeys in Texas, if you like wild turkey hunting. Let's see here. Inauguration Day was, of course, yesterday. Did you see Wayne Gretzky, the former hockey great, was in attendance? President Trump suggesting that Wayne Gretzky become the next Prime Minister of Canada. Okay, we'll see if that happens. Let's see here. Taylor Swift spotted wearing a flashy ring at the Kansas City Chiefs game the other day. Of course, she was hanging out with Caitlin Clark at the Chiefs game. But the ring was not on the traditional engagement finger. But the rumors that Taylor and Travis Kelce are getting married persist. We'll see if that happens. Drinking water. It's supposed to be healthy for you. My daughter and my wife give me a hard time all the time about my lack of water intake. The thing is, here's this story. A report says that drinking bottled water contains a lot of plastics, while another says that tap water includes all kinds of contaminants. So is drinking water all that healthy? As I've mentioned many times before, anything that you consume in this day and age, anything, is filled with stuff not intended to be in your body. So if they say it's healthy or not, it's got chemicals and plastics and crap in it that you don't want in your body. So, yeah, I don't know. How healthy can somebody be? Today is the day that Major League Baseball announces who will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. I tell you what, I was a heck of a wiffle ball player in my backyard back in the day. I don't know if that qualifies me or not for the Baseball Hall of Fame, but we'll find out together later on. And then also the draft for the lyrics for Bob Dylan's song, Mr. Tambourine Man. I don't know how that song goes. Mr. Tambourine Man by Bob Dylan. Sold for $508 million at an auction over the weekend. That is a lot of money for a piece of paper with some lyrics on it. Shall we go to the impossible? Yeah, might as well. Today's impossible question. Takes 39 different ingredients to make one of these. What are we talking about? I mean, that could be a variety of things, but I'm thinking of one thing in particular. It takes 39 different ingredients to make one of these. What is it? It's kind of spongy. I'll give you that for a hint. Spongy. Okay, what have we got in the comments? Patrick, good morning. Dan Burnmorman. Dan Adams. Bubby. Sandy. Ron, Dixie, Anthony, Eloise, Jackie, Nancy, Amber, yes, Tamra, Sherry, hey, good morning to you. 13 below. Hey, we're hanging steady at 13 below. It's cold. It's cold here in southeast Iowa. Impossible question. It takes 39 different ingredients to make one of these. What are we talking about? A Twinkie. I like an occasional Twinkie. They don't make them like they used to. It tastes a little different, but I still like an occasional Twinkie. Speaking of chemicals and putting crap in your body that you don't want in your body, Twinkies. And yeah, I still eat one every once in a while. Usually 2, because they come in packs of 2. Shall we get weird? Let's do it.
That is weird.
In the weird. In a scene straight out of an action movie, a 700-pound bull elk found itself tangled in a rope on an ice climbing route in Colorado, leaving both wildlife officials and climbers scratching their heads. Discovered by a group of ice climbers, the stranded animal received an unexpected VIP rescue operation when state wildlife officials arrived, tranquilized him, and because why not, they fitted him with a ski mask to protect his eyes. The team successfully cut the rope that the bull elk was stuck in. They cut the rope from his antlers. Getting him down the icy cliff was quite the task, but they got it done. Wildlife officials reminded the public that elk are not natural mountaineers and encouraged them to leave extreme sports to the professionals. Other stuff in the weird news today. We don't have a ton of weird news, but right here in Iowa, a tragic medical error has led to criminal charges against a former Iowa paramedic who is accused of accidentally administering a fatal drug to a distressed patient. According to court records, the paramedic responded to an emergency call where first responders attempted to calm a 26-year-old man in distress. Believing she was giving him ketamine to sedate him, she instead injected him with a powerful paralytic drug typically used in surgeries, something called rocuronium. Upon realizing the mistake, while preparing a second dose, she failed to take immediate action. According to prosecutors, the patient soon reported difficulty breathing, lost consciousness, and died 2 days later. Authorities allege that the paramedic did not alert medical staff or adjust treatment until the patient was already in the emergency room, delaying critical intervention. So she's been charged with involuntary manslaughter. So, yeah. Bad news from here in Iowa. Also in the weird news today, in a shocking turn of events, a Texas police officer who was fired not once, but twice, for allegedly giving a homeless man a sandwich filled with dog feces, is once again wearing a badge. What? The officer, initially fired back in 2016 from the San Antonio Police Department for what the police chief called a vile and disgusting act, has now been hired by the Benavides Police Department about 150 miles away. Evidently, they didn't do any sort of background check. The incident in question involved the officer allegedly scooping some dog poop onto a slice of bread, placing it in a styrofoam container, and leaving it for a sleeping homeless man. While he later claimed the sandwich was meant to be thrown away and not eaten, his actions resulted in his termination. Now, to make matters worse, he was also accused of smearing a brown substance on a woman's restroom toilet seat at his former department, an act that he did not deny. This guy's got a weird infatuation with poop. Despite successfully appealing his firing once in 2019, briefly returning to work, he was permanently dismissed in 2020. Yet in a baffling chain of events, he was hired by a different Texas Police Department in 2022, only to be let go 10 months later. And now in 2023, he resurfaced in law enforcement again, now with the Benavides police chief defending the hire, calling his record exemplary, and insisting a thorough background check was conducted. So evidently, the folks in Benavides don't care that this guy has a poop fixation. That's weird.
That is weird.
Let's go to the files of Law and Disorder. In some disorder, after nearly 50 years, a Delaware County jury has acquitted an 84-year-old former pastor in the 1975 murder of an 8-year-old girl. Sounds like something that would be on a podcast or like on a documentary special. The verdict came after just 3 hours of deliberation. Despite the pastor's prior confession, which his defense now claims was coerced by investigators, the cold case was reopened in July of 2023 when new evidence allegedly linked the pastor to the crime, leading to his arrest. At the time of the girl's disappearance, the pastor was a trusted family friend and a pastor of the Trinity Christian Reformed Church. Prosecutors allege that August 15th of 1975, he lured the 8-year-old into his car while she was walking to Bible school, then took her to a secluded area where he reportedly attempted to assault her. Prosecutors say he beat her to death, left her body in a state park. However, the pastor maintained his innocence for decades and was just let go, to make a long story short. So evidently they found evidence or lack of evidence to let him go. So now that pastor is free. Interesting. Shall we do something that will make you smile? I mean, we can attempt to, but here, let's give it a shot.
Something that makes you smile.
Something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions on the east side of the square in Sigourney. Go there for extractions, dentures, and orthodontics, and a whole lot more. Lifetime Dental Solutions, Dr. Stacy Freeze. Well, in a heart-stopping moment in Vermont, that moment has gone viral after a Good Samaritan plunged into an icy river to save a stranded dog. The dramatic rescue unfolded when a father and son spotted the frantic pup struggling in the freezing Winooski River while waiting in a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru. Without hesitation, the man made a split-second decision, stripped down and waded into the waist-deep, bone-chilling water while bystanders anxiously watched. Now, to get the rest of this story, you can read the rest on the Something to Make You Smile story that goes up on my Facebook page at 7:45. So again, that guy going into icy waters to rescue a frantic pup in Vermont. Get the rest at Steve Shetler Media Facebook at 7:45 this morning. Something to Make You Smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. Let's go to the duh. In the duh in Arkansas. In a case straight out of a horror movie, a woman from Little Rock has been sentenced to 15 years in federal prison for stealing and selling human body parts online. Yeah. Need a leg? Oh, I got one. Oh, you need an eyeball? Let me check my closet. While working at a mortuary contracted by a university, she stole and sold at least 20 boxes of human remains, including fetuses, brains, lungs, and even genitalia. What? Over 9 months in 2021, she raked in nearly $11,000 via PayPal transactions with a buyer in Pennsylvania who pleaded guilty in 2023 to related charges. Disturbing messages between the two reveal casual discussions about embalmed brains and skull caps, making it clear this wasn't just a one-time crime, it was a grotesque business. Let's see here. The case exposes the deeply disturbing black market trade of human body parts, raising serious concerns about oversight in medical and mortuary services. That's ugh. That's ugh.
Duh.
Yeah. Let's take another look at our forecast. I know you don't really want to look at this forecast. It's so stinking cold. Extreme cold warning until noon today. Sunny and cold. We will eventually climb above zero. A high around 9 degrees expected. Wind chills as low as 30 below at times. Wind gusts about 20 miles per hour. Again, tonight we will actually increase in temps overnight up to the teens. And then up to about 30 by tomorrow with maybe a tiny bit of snow mixing in. But again, that's an extreme cold warning until noon today. Again, let's get the lowdown on that. Dangerously cold wind chills. If you're going outside, bundle up. Frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 10 minutes. Frostbite and hypothermia occurring if unprotected skin is exposed to these temperatures. Wear a hat, wear a face mask, wear gloves if you got to go outside. Keep your pets indoors, if at all possible. And check on people around you, older family members, friends, neighbors. Make sure everybody's doing okay in this ridiculously cold weather. Again, your weather always brought to us by the Garden Gate. Hey, video-wise, let's take a look at our schedule. Tuesdays, always a little lean on videos. We've got In Remembrance Of at 8 a.m. We'll have What's Happening in Southeast Iowa, our community calendar video. We'll put that up at 5 p.m. this evening. 5:30, Successful Farming. We do have basketball tonight, North Mahaska taking on BGM. We'll get underway a little bit before 6 o'clock with our pregame, so tune in for that. Hey, we do thank, once again, Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor on the Morning Wake Up. We broadcast live from the Oski Dental Studios. Okay, you guys stay safe today. Stay warm if you can. And otherwise, we'll be back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Should have Neil Crott by my side tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for the Morning Wake Up. See ya.